We have been in Puesta del Sol for close to 2 weeks, waiting for a lull in the Papagayo winds to allow for a window to sail down to Costa Rica. The resort and marina have been great here, providing all the services we've needed and more. We have also been able to enjoy the private beach club Palapa, one of the amazing amenities this resort has to offer, and one of our favorite daily routines is walking over to the ocean side of the resort property. The Palapa has an amazing infinity pool and deck area to relax and enjoy the Pacific Ocean breeze. Just a few steps off of the Palapa is Playa, Colorado, the perfect beach for a morning walk to watch the surf, and if you're lucky, see the surfers catch the waves on the famous Boom surf break. Private beach club again with our infinity pool. So after a long walk and a cold beer, we're gonna jump in the pool, right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, I am.
So we haven't quite figured this out, but Sammy has a screen fetish. Oh yeah, see that? That's right, she's licking the screen. Lick, 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 lick. Lick, 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 lick. Oh, she gets a string.
I think she's flossing with it.
Now she's gonna eat it. Oh yeah, there she goes. Nom 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 nom. You're a freak cat. Okay, I gotta stop her from actually digesting this piece of string. So everybody's ready, right?
Yeah, although Louise...
Our friends Liz and Brian from Half Moon have arrived in Puesta del Sol, and now they've had a couple of days to settle in. We're ready for another excursion here in Nicaragua. Our tour guide extraordinaire Luis has picked us up, and we are headed to Cerro Negro to hike the volcano and try out the local sport of volcano boarding. Traffic jam.
Brian, would you go move those guys?
So we give some opportunities to local providers.
There you go. Slowly moving.
Oh.
Since I was backing up, now I'm stuck. Really big guys, actually.
The drive will take over 2 hours, covering 100 kilometers to the Volcanoes National Park. We passed through Chinandega, Leon, and most of it was local highways. However, the last 40 kilometers was on dirt roads where a 4x4 is recommended. So Luis's little minivan received a workout today. We have arrived at the park, and with a quick tour of the National Park Office, we sign the register and pay the park fee.
Usually the one on the left is used for boards, sliding down, and the one on the right of the two lanes, it's to just run down. So those are the places we are going to go down, okay?
That's a lot steeper than I thought it was going to
No,
be.
indeed, it
That's
takes
awesome.
about 1 hour and a half going at a slow speed.
Okay.
But going down, it takes only 5 minutes. Sometimes 10 if you... I usually take 10 minutes if I walk slowly. And the reason I don't slide is because I will be recording you.
Now we head out to the volcano to meet our second guide, who will be assisting Luis with the boards and the gear. The crew has opted to pay the $10 per board to have the guide carry our boards up to the top to assist with the hike. With our boarding gear ready, we start the hike up through the lava fields from the eruptions which have occurred over the past 170 years. Special thanks to Luis for being an amazing tour guide. Throughout the hike, he took the additional time to explain the history and the formation of this unique volcano, and also for his photo op and video expertise throughout our excursion. The volcano is about 500 meters high, and our ascent is a steep natural path along the rim that leads to the top. The ascent will take about 1 hour to reach the summit, where we'll be able to view the crater and take in the 360-degree views of Nicaragua. Cerro Negro is the youngest volcano in Central America. It appeared in 1850, consisting of a gravelly basaltic cylinder cone, which gave rise to its name, which means Black Hill. Despite its youth, Cerro Negro has been one of the most active volcanoes in Nicaragua, with the last eruption occurring in 1999 and approximately 23 eruptions over its lifetime. Another larger-scale eruption is expected to occur in the immediate future. However, no worries when hiking this volcano, as Cerro Negro is being monitored by the Nicaraguan Seismic Network, and the volcano is carefully watched in order to mitigate the effects of a possible eruption. The steep slopes of this black volcano lack any vegetation, and all around the volcano lies a big layer of volcanic ash and rocks. As you walk up the most recent crater, you can see the different layers of the past eruptions and take in the view of the imposing volcanic chain, including Tilica and San Cristobal, lined up one after another. As we arrive at the top and the most recent crater, you can see the winds are starting to become a struggle, but we take a few seconds to take in this amazing 360-degree view. Now it's time to head back to the other side of the volcano for our final descent. We are suited up and ready to descend down Cerro Negro. We will slide down the west slope, which is primarily volcanic sand, providing a great surface for boarding downhill. Just a few last tips from Luis, and we are ready to go.
Jose is sitting there. Now you notice two things. The board has a piece of wood for you to sit and not to slide. You see the piece of wood? Yep. There. And then it has a rope with a hand lever. That is used for that exactly. Jose is pulling the nose of the board, and guess what happens if you pull it very strong?
It goes faster.
Exactly, because friction below decreases. So if you pull it, that means also that your body will lean down backwards, and that means in that position you will be faster. Now, if you want to stop, the technique is pretty easy. Just do that.
Put your feet down and lean up.
Put your feet down, but not all your feet, but try to use the heels. Because if you use this, you can get damage. So use a heel. Sit up a little bit, not too much because it's steep and you can go front. So that's the technique. Any questions so far? It's quite simple. Hey, Kevin! Hey! Bye bye, Kevin! There goes Kevin! Very fast! And now we can see Carla coming here from the Gargoyle. You can see the beautiful background. And she's going down.
Three minutes later, the crew has arrived at the bottom and successfully conquered the slopes, all smiles. As you can notice, Kevin and Brian's board did some serious shredding, leaving some Teflon on the hill. Now it's time to walk over to the parking lot to remove our extra gear, along with the gravel and sand we've collected on the descent down. Alright, I'm just going to empty my shoes out. Oh my god! Look at my feet! After a long, hard day on the hill with no ski lifts, there's nothing better than fresh watermelon to snack on before we make the long drive back to Puesta del Sol.
Oh, that's a juicy watermelon too. Actually, Carla says it's the real sugar they use down here makes them not as.
Good choice, Liz.
This, you see this?
Ah.
Oh, it does look pretty.
Oh, so pretty. Back in Puesta del Sol, we decide the cooking crew can take the night off after a long day, and we head into Acerradores to Joe's place for some amazing barbecue. We have been in Nicaragua for about 2 weeks now. Great marina. Puesta del Sol has been amazing to us. We've done some great tours of the Rum Factory Leon and of course the volcano boarding. The papagayos are still blowing pretty hard, so we're waiting for that weather window. However, we have to make plans for March and April because we've got some visitors coming.
Yes, we've got visitors coming from Canada and Norway. Plans are to meet us in northern Costa Rica and then spend 4 weeks touring down through Costa Rica and finish off down in Golfito. At this point, we look at it and we don't want to get to Costa Rica too early because Costa Rica's costs are quite a bit higher. So since it's just the two of us on the boat and our guests have delayed by a few weeks, we're going to stay here in Nicaragua, which is not at all a hardship because this gives us a chance for another round of tours. So what we'd like to do next is run up to Esteli, which is the center of cigar production here in Nicaragua. And cigar production in Nicaragua is one of the main agricultural crops. So really looking forward to seeing that region as well as the drive up to Esteli. Should be fun.
Stay tuned.
To make my wife happy.
Oh, because it's all about
My
happy.
wife. Because a happy wife means a happy
Life.
life.
You gotta fill the spam can full of bubbles, otherwise someone gets in there. But someone is desperate for spam. Spam, 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 spam.
What
spam,
guy
spam.
doesn't like spam, right, Sam?
Oh, Dean's going for spam.
Dean. Get him out of there.
Take one. I thought you'd take 4. And action.
Done.
It's your turn. So you've got nothing else to say to close this out. This is marriage after 8 years. 11 years before the mast. That's the name of my book this year.
So,
Do you want to do another take?
yes.